Amanda. How are you?
Hello.
Well, we're going to talk today about relationship, and I just want to give you a little bit overview about the model that we're going to be using. Conflicted relationships usually cause negative feelings. Positive relationships, of course, is going to give you back positive outcomes. What are we building here right now? It is a relationship, and I'm hoping that my feedbacks, because I'll be giving feedbacks throughout, my feedbacks will be useful in other relationships out there that you'll be building, you're starting a relationship, or maintaining the relationships you have right now. So, what exactly would you like to talk about?
I think I would like to improve my relationship with my father more.
Okay, tell me more about that.
I feel like I go along with most of what he does, but I don't really give more of my opinion on things. I feel like I have to be a little bit more submissive because he tends to use the excuse a lot.
You said submissive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like he always used the excuse that he's the head of the household. This is his rules, this is his house, and until I leave, I should follow his rules because he says he's protecting. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit unfair.
Okay. Have you ever spoke with him?
I mean, I spoke to before, but he's like, that's the father's job is to protect his kids.
Okay. How was the conversation and which situation this whole thing happened?
Like, I remember when I was graduating and from high school, I asked him, you promised me I could go to Korea, like as a graduation present. And then he tells me last minute that I can't go. And I was upset, so I asked him why. And he said, because it's dangerous. You can't go there. And he's like, what do you think's going to happen when you go there? You don't know the rules, you don't know anything. So then I couldn't go.
Did you tell him anything? I mean, did you give your opinion?
I told him it was unfair and you should keep your promise. But he said that he's looking out for the best for me, so I don't see it now, but I'll see it when I'm older.
Okay.
So then,
how old are you now?
21, turning 22.
Okay. And when that conversation happened, how old were you?
I was a freshman in college, so maybe about 19, 18.
Okay. So have you ever went back and tried to talk to him now?
I did a couple months ago, and he said that you could go anywhere you want after you finish college. So he changed it to now that I need to finish college first.
Okay. And what are your plans in terms of when you finish college?
Probably gonna finish about next year, pretty sure. And then from there, I was thinking of applying to grad school.
Okay.
And I've been saving money from working and stuff, so I was hoping to go grad school out of state. So without any of my parents' help. Because, so then they can't, I believe they won't have that much of a control then. I hope.
So when you talk to him, do you tell him how you feel?
I mean, I do tell him. I tell him sometimes, I feel cheated because, I trust you. And I tell him that it makes me sad, but he would always just keep using the fence that I'll understand when I'm older.
I see when you're talking, you looks like you feel so uncomfortable with the situation. And what exactly is that?
Like, because I feel like I can't say anything. Like, I want to, but then I feel like I can't because of the fact that he is older and because he is the father. And, like, I am still living under his, money and finance and all that. So what can I say that, I don't know, I feel limited.
So in some sense, you agree with him that you're under his roof.
So I can't. Yeah.
You think that's the way it's supposed to be?
I don't think it's supposed to be that way.
Okay, did you tell him that?
I did, but then he went off in his tangent again saying stuff like, I understand because I went through it. And he's like, I know how it is in the real world. And then when it gets to that point, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to ignore it, go to my room. So, yeah.
I'm assuming, you told me that it would be a graduation present. I'm assuming you're a good student.
Yeah.
You do all what you're supposed to do. You follow your steps. You achieve your goals. I see that. So you make him very proud, I believe. That's why he offered the present. Did you bring that up?
I did. I told him, I've been doing so. I always do everything you tell me. I follow the rules. Can't you let me do this one thing? And then he says that, instead of, then why don't you do it then after you graduate college? When you do everything well, you could go wherever you want because you already accomplished everything. But then that's still not the same thing.
Okay. What is the best moment to talk to your father? Is that a good time in the day?
I guess nighttime.
nighttime, after work?
After work, and then he's dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's relaxed.
Relaxed.
Okay, stress-free.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your communication with your father in general?
In general,
How how close are you guys?
I mean, we're pretty close. It's just when it comes to me, like, expanding my horizon, becoming more, like, involved with the world, I guess, that's where it starts to get conflicting.
So, in any point, do you feel that he's really trying to protect you because he loves you very much? Well, it's a parent. It's a parental role. I mean, we all do that as parents. We want to protect because our kids, ours, the kids. In general, that's the idea. So you agree with that?
I do agree with it. I understand he's caring, but sometimes I feel a bit too paranoid because I feel like generation he grew up in is completely different than the generation I'm growing in now, which I want to explain to him, but he seems pretty old-fashioned.
So you think that's more of a cultural thing?
I think it's a cultural thing.
How long your father really has been living?
He lived here since he was young, but he was mostly on his own because he didn't have a father and his mom was never home. So he was pretty, I guess he liked to say he was a problem child when he was young.
Okay.
So he says he went through it, he's tried everything, he gets it, but yeah. And I grew up pretty sheltered, so I didn't know a lot of things until I was in college. So I feel like that's why he's even more protective, because I missed out on a lot of things that he did when he was young.
Okay. So you, at the beginning you said you're going to graduate and then you're going to apply to grad school. What else? You don't want to stay around, you want to work, you want to be on your own. Did you tell him that?
I did tell him that. I remember when I told him that though, he didn't really say much, but he seemed to be in a bad mood for a week. So he wouldn't really want to talk. He was just
so he took that as a threat. Is that what it is?
I think he might have took it personally because he's still used to protecting us, I guess. He's afraid what's going to happen when I'm gone, am I not going to contact home and stuff probably? I think so, because he seems to do that with my brother, because my brother never tells him about his day, my dad doesn't like that.
So did you tell him maybe your relationship is going to be, we're going to be totally...
No, I never thought about telling him.
Because I believe he cares so much, he wants you close. So if you're going to go away, communication is going to be over.
That's
and
true.
Now that you live under the same roof, you guys see each other every day, that's when you guys should make your relationship stronger and it would last for
That's true.
So I think using more of I statement, I think would be the solution. Instead of telling him what you're doing is not fair, you're protecting too much, and get more and say, look, this is the way I feel. And I love you guys very much. My parents, you guys are my parents. You protect me all my life. I appreciate everything you do. A lot of I in this. However, I'm already 21. I'm a person of my own. So give me a little bit more space to live because I've proved to you guys that I am capable of handling and I've been meeting all the goals you set in my life. Giving more of this. I've done so much. I think I deserve a little bit of credit here. So I believe by telling him this and telling him that you are gonna, make a relationship, because if you're telling me that I have to do everything you wanted me to do because I'm under your roof, because you're paying the bills, once I'm paying my own bills, I don't have to do anything. So our relationship's gonna be over. And you ask him, is that what you want? So I'm pretty sure by I think he's gonna totally recognize that you're an adult now. You're able to communicate with him in their level. Because I don't think you should be afraid to talk to your father. Are you afraid at all?
I'm a little bit afraid because I don't want to make him angry because I know he has, he works, he's stressed about things. So
That's why I asked about the best moment to talk to him. Yeah, I believe, yes. You say, okay, at the end of the day, he probably would be looking stress-free, but he could be thinking of something and not sharing with you. How about a weekend, for example, a Sunday after breakfast? Is that a good moment to? Okay. So you're saying that your father had a hard life. He didn't have a father himself. So you think he's trying to compensate something with that, or repeating what happened to him? Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
Okay. By using I statements, try, when you're talking to him, try to summarize. Ask him about his thoughts and try to summarize that back to him. And ask him to do the same with you when you guys talking. I think that's going to give him a different perspective of the relationship you guys have. And I'm pretty sure that if there is anything that missing or should be adjusted, he's probably going to be able to realize that, and you guys probably going to be able to get along.
Hope so.
Much better, right? Yes. Okay. So when are you planning to talk to him again?
A weekend. I'll go with the weekend.
Okay.
During breakfast, I'll just have a conversation first. Don't want to jump into it.
Okay.
And then
You're his daughter. Don't forget that.
Yeah. And then I guess spend the day with him and talk to him about, just like father-daughter, and then slowly talk about, my plans and how does he feel about it.
Okay.
And then I'll use more I statements, and we'll summarize with each other after we speak.
Okay. Okay, great.
Because I think that will help. And
Okay.
then I'll try and get to see from my perspective, and I will try to see from his. Like, as you say, so we could like be eye to eye.
Into each other's shoes and see, well, maybe that's why he behaves this way, and let's take a different approach.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful.
All right. Thank you.